field. First move, Computer 1. Draw card. Begin duel. Computer 1. Mana charge. Mana release. Summon. Computer 2.
There's our foot soldiers kicking this off. Home field advantage. Classic. And there goes the other Earth space. So, in the Earth deck, both spaces are taken. Stormwind Dwarf, it tends to start like this most games. They're both cheap and
Computer 1. Draw card.
good value for both of them.
Mana charge.
One cost, if you kill it, you get that mana back, meh. And you're denying the Earth space to another player, so it's good.
Summon.
Tritonin Harpoonsman, gonna go straight down the center column. Gets dodge because it is summoned underwater.
Draw card. Mana charge. Mana release.
This might be his first conflict. Rival Tritonin Harpoonsman, also on water, so will have a dodge attempt. I believe it's a dodge attempt, I'll just check. Yes, dodge attempt. So it can be failed. So new ones first. And dodge comes through. Slightly older Harpoonsman. And that also is dodged. Well, that happened. That doesn't happen very often.
Unlock.
You actually have two creatures with dodge attempts just suddenly attack each other and it both dodges and it's like,
Computer 1.
well that was a waste of time.
Mana charge. Mana release. Summon.
More Verzar foot soldiers. Now these will buff each other. For every Verzar foot soldier you've got on the board that's allied, they will buff each other with
Draw card.
+1 attack. So the one attack now becomes 2.
Mana release. Summon.
A Magus. A magic creature. It's only a 1/1. And I am rather surprised he chose those ones to attack. Those ones are on the Earth space, so they do have a bonus to them from being Earth creatures.
Draw card.
Why would you not attack the ones on the right?
Mana
You'd be
release.
able to take it down to a 1/1 then and finish it off.
Summon.
Rather bizarre. Giant Axe Dwarf gonna answer those Flame Magus. Who of course do have a blind spot on all 4 sides, so this isn't hitting for 1 damage. Not that it needed to hit for anything else, because they only have 1 health. Oh,
Mana charge.
I suppose you paid 1. Got to cast a magic spell and deal 1 damage to something, then it died and you got it back.
Draw card.
But you put it onto the worst creature you could have, so
Mana release.
is it worth it? I don't think so.
Summon.
Palmal Fire Oracle, this is a bit more chunky of a fire creature. 5 health this time, 2 magic damage. That's going to take out the foot soldiers. This time on the right. Down they go. Keeps Computer 2 in the game. Powerful magic creature on the board. The other foot soldiers will lose their +1 attack because of the other foot soldiers dying.
Computer 1.
Summoning advantage still with Computer 1. As long as it summons, it will
Mana
put
release.
itself into check. Which it has.
Summon.
And here comes Aralai the Protector. He gains protection equal to the number of Earth fields and provides protection to creatures on other Earth fields. I believe that's how it works. He's going to deal 2 damage. Just going to check what I've said. Protection equal to the number of Earth fields. Adds 1 to his attack if at least 1 creature is on an Earth field. All other allied creatures on Earth fields gain +1 protection. So, there we go. Computer 2 is discarding a Vezar Foot Soldier and a Stonewing Dwarf. Probably to cast Fist of Earth. Fist of Vezar, sorry. Basically the same thing. Which... You discard 2 creatures, at least 1 must be an Earth creature. This spell targets all enemies on and adjacent to a selected Earth field. The target creatures are dealt magic damage equal to the number of Earth fields. And then... Fire Oracle's gonna finish off the Harpoonsman.
Mana charge.
So because of the Fists of Vezar, the
1. Draw card. Mana charge.
Vezar Foot Soldiers in the top left have taken 2 damage, so they're down to a 1-1.
Mana
1 cost here to rotate the dwarves, and 1 to make them attack. This Fire Oracle will prove a pain in the backside if you don't get rid of it. However, he did have 5 health, that's 2 attacks done to him, and he's still got 2 left. Not the easiest thing to get rid of.
Mana release. Summon.
Novigus Catapult.
Attack.
Loses 2 health because it is an earth creature. It's been summoned onto wood, which is opposite element. But it's a range creature. And it deals 2 damage. Which is exactly what that thing doesn't have. Down goes the Fire Oracle.
Mana charge.
And when the Fire Oracle dies, all allied creatures gain +1 health.
Check. Computer 2. Draw card.
But Computer 1 is now in check, so I would assume the Foot Soldiers are now the target. First spell. Summon a Mesmerzerend, 1 cost to draw 2 cards. I say this a million times, but I always see that as a bit of a sign of desperation. You've not got something in your hand and you're trying to draw 2 cards. However, it's either worked out well for him or he did have a card in hand that he wanted to play. Imperial Byleth Guard. Attacks in front of it and behind it. Or is it just to either side? I can't remember which way it faces. So that's going to take out the soldiers, and Aralai will block it because he has protection.
Mana charge.
Let's see.
Computer 1. Draw card.
Yeah, it attacks either side of itself, so not in front and behind, but it attacks in 2 directions at once.
Summon.
There's our canines. +2 health. There's the protection from Aralai.
Attack.
Deals 1 damage to the guards. The guards will counter, which means that Aralai comes into the equation. Both damage blocked by Aralai, 1 damage blocked by the protection from Aralai on the
Check.
canines, but the other one gets through. Check again. This is not an easy way out.
Mana release.
Wishes of Goalie. Flip the elemental field to the opposite side. So this earth field is now going to flip and become a fire field. So the canines will lose the +2 health that they had from being on their home space. So they're dead. And the other 2 earth creatures lose their protection as a result.
Computer 1. Draw card.
Who's in the better position? Health-wise, Computer 2, but Computer 1 still retaining this summoning advantage.
Release.
He's rotated Aralai facing off the board, but Aralai attacks in front of himself and behind. So he now can attack the guards, who will attack back but will not get through to Aralai. Oh, they will, actually. Ah, yes. Aralai has a number of
Mana release.
protection equal to the number of earth fields. We've just lost an earth field because it's now a fire field. His protection is only 1, so 1 damage got through to him. And out comes some Flame Magus, who are on their home field.
Attack.
And they're going to attack the Imperial Byleth Guard and take it down. Only on 1 health now. Even if it had survived, there wouldn't be a counter-attack because you don't get a counter-attack from magic. But they're now gone. It now does expose
Draw card.
those guys to counter-attack because they still have the weak spots on all sides.
Mana release.
Go here.
Summon.
And we're going to start playing tennis with the catapults.
Attack.
However, it's not really much of a tennis match, more of an ace serve. Target catapult only has 2 health because it was summoned onto an opposite element. Oh, it's dead!
Mana charge. Mana
Have a
charge.
little look at how we're doing. Oh, bonus mana generated there because...
One.
I believe it's just because the catapult dies.
Mana charge.
You gain mana equal to the number of earth fields.
Attack.
Oh. Okay, right, yeah. Magos are going to take aim at the Stonewing Dwarf. 1 damage. Still say computer... actually.
Summon.
Computer 2 is in the better creature position, but Computer 1 still has summoning advantage. It needs to
Attack.
lose that advantage for it to swing the other way. Wherever Computer 2 gets rid of, Computer 1 just replaces with something else. His Giant Axe Dwarves attack the Harpoonsman. His dodge came to its defense again. And they deal 1 damage back. Dwarves on 2 health.
Draw card. Mana
Again,
charge.
I still think that the Magos should be the target of attack, but you've got wood fields left
Summon.
with an earth deck, so it limits your options. Unless you've got one of those. Atmol Flame Lizards.
Attack.
Now these guys hit for 2. Add that with the blind spot bonus. And that's a dead Magos.
Mana charge.
So Computer 2 definitely in the stronger position now.
Draw card. Mana
Would
charge.
expect those lizards to be the target now, although they do have quickness. Beguiling Fog. Rotate a target creature to face any direction you wish. And he's going to completely rotate those Atmol Flame Lizards so they can't counter
Attack.
if they wanted to attack. He's then going to pay into the dwarves to attack the catapult, dealing 1 damage. That's now down to a 3.
Mana release.
Then we're paying 1 back into the fire space for a stone winged dwarf who can now attack the rear of those lizards. Stone winged dwarf and giant axe dwarf buff each other if they are allies. Stone winged dwarf gains protection equal to the number of giant axe dwarves on the field, and the giant axe dwarves gain +1 attack for each stone winged dwarf on the field.
Mana charge.
He attacks the lizard, he gets a bonus to the damage from hitting the blind spot at the rear of the lizards, so they are dead. I hope people can keep up with this. Spell. Beguiling Fog. Rotate creature to a target direction. So these dwarves are being rotated 180 degrees, facing off the board, so that means that these harpoonsmen are likely going to attack them.
Attack.
So they're now hitting a blind spot, so their 1 damage will become 2. And down they go.
Behold my power.
Behold my power.
Mana charge.
So because of that, 1 protection is lost on the Stonewing Dwarf.
Mana release. Summon.
And out comes a rival. Sorry, the second
Attack.
Hytolan Harpoonsman. They're going to go after these dwarves. Just 1 damage. You think, why wouldn't he attack the dwarf at the top?
Draw card.
The reason for that is that dwarf does have protection. So it is a 1 health, but you need 2 damage to actually kill it.
Attack.
Paying back into these dwarves. I'm going to go after this catapult. Now hitting for 2 now, so that catapult is down to 1.
Mana release. Summon.
Now comes a rival Nefagos catapult.
Attack.
They take aim at the harpoonsmen at the other end and take them out. Bring computer 1 back into check. Definitely in the stronger position now.
Computer 2.
Not only because it's got check, it's just got probably better health across everything across the field. And more damage.
Attack.
These harpoonsmen are going to start a mini battle with the catapult. Catapult can't answer because it's a ranged creature. It will take 1 damage. Not that it really cares. It's still got 3.
Computer 1.
And that's the end of its turn. Computer 1 just needs to summon, and we have game over.
Mana release. Attack.
Ah, adding full insult to injury. I'm going to take out this catapult. It's taken long enough. It finally goes down.
Mana charge. Mana charge. Computer 2.
Doesn't summon. Ah. Computer 2 remains with us.
Mana release. Attack.
These harpoonsmen once again are going to pick a fight. They'll slowly kill it, but it's going to take a while. Another damage to that catapult. Still down. Well, it's still at 2 health.
Mana release.
And we get something summoned this time. Will it help?
Summon.
Great Minos of Skjondar. Activation is cost is 1 less. And it has perfect dodge.
Attack.
And those dwarves are going to meet a very hot end. But while it does have perfect dodge, if it's on a non-fire field, it dies instantly. If you can change that field or move it, it's dead instantly, no matter how much health it's got. And because those Giant Axe Dwarves died, the protection on the Stonewing Dwarf is now removed, so it's now just a 1 health creature.
Summon.
Now comes a Patmol Fire Oracle.
Attack.
Picking a fight with the Tritonan Harpoonsman in the middle. They are a 5 health creature, so not going to affect it terribly. We're still on a 3.
Computer 2.
Computer 1 back into check. The dwarf in the corner is now well and truly hidden. Unless you've got magic, you are not killing it.
Mana release.
Rotating to attack the Fire Oracle here. Just 1 damage. Takes them down to a 2 health. Won't counter because it's a magic creature.
Mana release. Summon.
And out comes a Flame Magus. That's a bit of a desperation card at this stage.
Attack.
But desperation or no desperation, it might be a 1-1 with blind spots on all sides, but 1 is all that's needed to get rid of that Stonewing Dwarf. On the downside of that, Computer 1's now going to have 4 mana. It could summon something back into that corner that's a fire creature, for example, and you can't get to it.
Mana charge.
But
Mana release.
it needs to kill something because Computer 2 is in check. It's going to pay into this Oracle to take out the Magos. In that situation, the Magos were worth it. They do cost 1, they only have 1 health, and they've got blind spots on all sides, but
Mana charge.
you needed 1 damage to get rid of the Stonewing Dwarf to stay in play,
Computer 2.
which it managed to do, and you basically get that mana back now.
Mana charge. Mana release.
Take that top corner.
Summon.
Here comes Giant Axe Dwarf. This will buff each other. Giant Axe Dwarf gains +1 attack, and the Stonewing Dwarf gains +1 protection.
Attack.
That makes the Stonewing Dwarf slightly harder to deal with. Only slightly. That +1 damage, though, will be enough to take out the Oracle. Computer 1 very much on the back foot now. Does heal those 2 creatures, though, from the Oracle dying. That is check. Everything's got 3 health. One of them's got perfect dodge, one of them's got a dodge attempt, one of them has got protection. So this is not an easy situation to get out of. Guiling Fog, rotate a creature to face the target direction. Spin the dwarves 180 degrees.
Mana release.
The only thing without protection or dodge.
Summon.
Patmol Flame Lizard out. With quickness,
Attack.
which is a reminder, if a creature has quickness, it always goes first. If both creatures have quickness, then the attacking creature will always go first. It's basically, quickness is negated in that situation.
Mana charge.
Giant Axe Dwarves are dead, which means that the bonus for the Stonewing Dwarf is now removed.
Computer 2. Draw card.
Computer 2 now able to summon back into check. And use a spell. Now comes Beguiling Fog. We have had a lot of Beguiling Fogs this game. Rotate another creature. And that's the Lizard Spun. Let's guess where you're going to summon. Ooh, right there. Only needs 1 damage to kill them. And that's more than enough. There's our foot soldier. 2 health, 1 attack. Hitting a blind spot. It's going to be 2 damage.
This is it. Behold my power.
And down they go.
Mana charge. Check. Computer 1. Draw card.
Check for computer. Check for computer 2. Probably will go after those guys. Nope. Fishes of Goalie. Fishes of Goalie onto the Great Minos of Skjondar, which, if you remember, I said it's destroyed if it's not on a fire field. So it just instantly dies, it doesn't matter what the field is. But that fire field has now become a water field.
Computer 2. Draw card. Mana charge. Mana release.
It didn't get a summon from computer 1 there. Computer 2 answering back with Summon a Mesmer's Errand. Allows him to draw 2 cards. Up to a hand of 5 now.
Mana release. Summon.
Stayholm Fortress, solid card. Tanky provides protection to allies that are adjacent.
Computer 1.
So,
Draw card. Mana charge. Mana release.
it's really not worth going for those 2 in the middle.
Mana release.
Oh, Aralai is going to go for it.
Attack.
Aralai is not scared of a castle. We are starting to approach the end of the game regardless of what happens, because Computer 2 now only has 5 cards left in his draw deck. When it runs out, he will lose. Computer 1 still has 9, I think. Yes, that's due to Computer 2 using 2 Summon a Mesmer's Errands. There's our K9. Just a 1-1, just going to sit there.
Draw card.
Didn't kill anything there, so Computer 2 just needs to summon for the win. Which it will.
Summon.
Lose your Priestess, so we are going to get a magic attack to finish this off.
Attack.
And she's going to take out those K9s. That's GG for Computer 2. Just had a couple of occasions there where Computer 1 could have drawn the game, but it just didn't summon. Either because it didn't have a card or the right amount of mana to do it. Either way, it loses this one.
Computer 2 wins.